Welcome to the One Star Weak Foot Show, FIFA 21 edition, starring your host, One Star Weak Foot, and our review specialist, One Star Weak Foot. Bow! Good evening, beautiful people of YouTube, and welcome to the One Star Weak Foot Show, your one-stop shop for player reviews. I'm going to be your host today, One Star Weak Foot, and it makes me feel absolutely magnificent to see you back on the channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. So, as you guys know, we are on quite a streak of reviewing prime icon moments. They're some of my favorite cards on the game, I'm not gonna lie to you. But today, we are gonna be focusing on yet another non-meta card, another card I don't see very often in the weekend league. It's gonna be none other than prime icon moments, Klose. So guys, let's take a look at this card, because there has to be a reason why nobody uses him in the weekend league, and really it comes down to the fact that dribblers on this game are super important. Height and strength are not adequately represented in our meta right now, so people don't really choose to use these cards, especially when they're rare and very expensive on the game. But maybe with this Icon Moments card, he's gotten a big enough update or big enough boost to be usable at this stage of the game. We're going to talk about it. So, he's 6 foot tall. He has high medium work rates. He's right-footed with a 3-star, 4-star combination, as you guys see here. He has played 4 games for me in Rivals, and he has 8 goals and 1 assist. And it does look crazy, but 6 of them were from 1 game. So when you take into consideration the rest of his stats, they're pretty average. So before we go any further, if you're enjoying the content, if you want more content like this, do me a big solid and hit the like button down below. And if you're new to the channel, as always, do me a big favor and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all you guys at home for watching this video. So way to look at this Klose card. He's gotten a big upgrade, and there are some noticeable things here. The pace is very nice. 94 acceleration is going to come in key if you want to get that short boost to get space, to get a shot off. The 86 sprint speed is not too shabby either. What really stands out to me when you look at the stats though is his 99 finishing. You can touch it with any chem style you want, and he's going to have maxed out finishing. His attack positioning is very nice as well. There are some questionable things about this card, even with the prime icon moments boost. The first is his passing. I mean, 77 passing does look good on paper. 80 short passing, 75 vision, 71 curve are all decent stats. But when you're paying 1 milli for a player, do you want better passing than that? I would think so. Dribbling wise is where he's gonna be worrisome to me. All right, 79 agility and 75 balance. At 6 foot tall, it's gonna be a no-go in my opinion. But we're gonna see how it plays out in game. What did make me interested to use him though was that he has the lean body type. I used Shevchenko yesterday. He has the average body type. And we're going to see how those things differ because Shevchenko didn't feel half bad on the ball in my opinion. Physical-wise, he is going to be a beast. 86 strength, 83 stamina, 95 jumping, 95 heading accuracy here are all amazing stats. So, without further ado, I'm going to take you over to our review specialist in the studios, One Star Weak Foot. Take it away. Thanks, One Star. So, according to Footbin, this Klose card is going to be costing you 1 milli. 1 million coins on the PS4 market. Very much like the Shevchenko I used yesterday. Is he worth it? I would have to say not a chance. Is he better than Shevchenko? In my opinion, if you're looking for this profile of striker, I do favor Shevchenko much more than this Klose card. But we're going to talk about it, starting with the pace. He has 90 pace, and I have no issues here, all right? The 94 acceleration is useful at times to get that final boost off, to get the shot off. But because of his dribbling, it's hard to really make use of his acceleration to the highest of his ability. He hits the ball too far to his body, and because of how clunky he is, he doesn't really keep possession very often. His 86 sprint speed is normally good enough to stay in behind, and if it isn't, he has enough strength to hold him off. Overall, for the purposes of this card, I have to give this card's pace a 9 out of 10. Next, we'll talk about shooting, and this is the one insane thing about this card. He has an absolutely cracking shot. The 99 finishing on his stats do not lie. He has an insane shot. Right foot, left foot, inside the box, outside the box. He does not have any shooting traits, but he doesn't need them because his shooting is absolutely nuts. His positioning is great too. He has 94 attack positioning. He makes brilliant runs. He's always in the right place at the right time. And what I noticed with him is that he's always running. He's never stationary. He's always looking for a place to get open for a pass, and I really enjoy that. His 89 shot power means that with his 99 finishing, he's going to have an absolute rocket of a shot, but not only a rocket, it's going to be like a homing missile rocket. His volleys is very nice at 93 as well. And overall, this guy's shooting is a perfect 10 out of 10. It doesn't really get any better than this. And if you have playmakers on your team, dribblers on your team that could set it up for him on a platter, he's going to finish it every single time. Next, we'll talk about his passing, and contrary to what I said earlier in the video, I do think he has a very decent pass on him, all right? Because you might be bringing him into your team to be that big bully striker, that target man type vibe, and he can do that to a decent level. I mean, he has 80 short passes, 75 vision, 71 curve, and then around the box, he's able to bring other players into the game. Just don't pass it off balance, and I think you're going to be fine. His 73 in long passing was surprisingly decent. It was enough to get the job done. He was able to send through balls down the line. He was able to hit driven passes with decent accuracy, and overall, I could give his passing a 7 out of 10. It was decent. It got the job done. He was able to link other players into the team, and really for a striker like this, that's all you can really ask for. Next, we'll talk about his dribbling, the elephant in the room, the big question mark before the review started, and unfortunately, I have to give his dribbling a major L. Comparing him to Shevchenko, who already in himself was not the smoothest on the ball, this Klose feels like an absolute truck and an absolute 18-wheeler when it comes to turning. And this really comes down to his 79 agility and 75 balance. I already threw an engine cam style on him, but there is no saving him. He feels absolutely horrible when it comes to turning. I did play in some really bad delay today, I'm not going to lie to you guys, but even with that into consideration, it was really annoying to use this card. And there were some times where I would have an open shot with him, but it took him so long just to get the shot off because of his clunkiness that, I mean, it was already covered by the time he got the shot off. I really did not enjoy that. His 83 dribbling, 84 ball control are decent on paper. He takes decent enough for his touches. His L1 and R1 dribbling, though, is just so slow. I don't really find it useful at all. His 89 composure and 94 reactions, though, are brilliant stats. Overall, I gotta give this guy's dribbling a 6 out of 10. Is it something that breaks the card? In my opinion, sadly, it does. It really limits his usefulness in the higher parts of the weekend league and in higher divisions. Finally, we'll be talking about his physical, and this part of the card I did rate more than Shevchenko, and I already thought Shevchenko was very strong on the ball, but this Klose card is an absolute ox. I mean, get anywhere near him, he's gonna knock you down. He wins a lot of 50-50 balls, and it really allows him to be sticky in the box because his dribbling is trash, all right? He's gonna get dispossessed over and over again if you try to dribble with him, but one saving grace is that he's so strong, so aggressive, that he does tend to win the 50-50 battles and get second and third chances by virtue of his physical. His 83 stamina is good enough for a striker like him to last all game. His jumping and heading accuracy is also brilliant as well. Overall, this guy's physical is a 9.5 out of 10. Alright guys, so what's the final verdict on Klose? If you're a Germany fan, if you're a Klose fan, I do think you could bring him in and he won't be the worst card in the world, but for 1 million, he's a horrible value. I mean, don't get me wrong, he does have a cracking finish. He does have some decent pace and some decent physical, but his dribbling is just so bad, it really makes him a one-dimensional card, and at this stage of the game, he's already worse than a lot of the mid-tier cards on this game because of that. The dribbling is just so important this year. Strength and heading has been nerfed to oblivion, and unfortunately, cards like Klose do lose out. Overall, though, I have to give him an 8 out of 10. He is still a very clinical finisher, and if you want to use him to the best of his abilities, make sure you get some dribblers and playmakers around him. Try to send him in behind, because once he's in behind, he's able to shield the defender off, and if you get some clear-cut opportunities for him, he will score for you every game. So yeah, that's gonna be my Klose review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you in the next episode, but until then,